an attempt to make more dollars, and it would work. What is my other favorite currency that we quickly want to go over? We'll probably do one more thing after this. One more thing after this. We're going to finish Forex first. JPY USD. Why do I like JPY USD? Well, let's look at this price history. Japanese won. Japan. We love Japan. As you can see, right where we would have expected, this was us. This was actually us. Again, shorting the euro at a 3x leverage rate, resulting in over 50% gain, while the US dollar was running and US markets were tanking. The US markets are starting to show strength. We exhibited where the supports would be. We told you the exact price the major market indexes in the US would be at, the price point. We told you the date. We told you the formation it would make, the flag, and then we told you what direction it would break out of that flag, to the upside, bullish. So I wouldn't expect these to go any other way than what's being stated right now. Take it for what you want. The Japanese won has some of the best ranges in the world. These ranges are huge. For example, from here to here is 43%. From here to here, 32%. We were talking about the US dollar earlier, and it was about 20%. In this time span right here, from here to here, the US dollar moved 20%, and this moved about 25%, so it kind of leads in a way almost. Now, if we look at a lot of other currencies, they tend to depreciate over time, right? For example, the US dollar, we showed that big downtrending price channel that you can only really see if you're looking at monthlies. You could only really see it if you're looking at monthlies. But this one, aka the won, has basically maintained this horizontal price channel for what is over 30 years. 30 years, yeah. It has not necessarily depreciated, it's just been moving up and down in this horizontal price channel consistently. We have these supports, 2 priors, right? Up here, it has gone through these price points so many times. Now, I'm not saying the won is going to make it all the way up here, resulting in a gain of what would be 75%. I'm not saying that. But revision to the mean would state that this blue line represents the average, the monthly average over extended periods of time, basically this whole chart. Right now, it's currently trading below that average. It would only make sense for it to have some revision to the mean and actually revisit that at some point in time, which would result in an increase of 35%, which is a currency. We're talking about an increase of 35% in what is a nation's currency, not no random company. This one actually does have a derivative that we can talk about. Again, you can transfer your currency into this directly through your broker, or there are derivatives that would allow you to get access to this. One of my favorite, it doesn't look pretty, but that's because it's leveraged and it's new. Let's look at it. So the reason I did it like this, because I want you guys to keep in mind when this was made. This currency's been around forever, right? But this derivative spawned in February 2007, 8 right here. Note how there was this massive increase in the Japanese won simultaneously as the U.S. market was recovering from the 2008 financial crisis. What a coincidence, right? That U.S. markets and shares would do great while the won is appreciating. They tend to go hand in hand, right? So if you support one of those two things, like if you have a stock portfolio, you might have invested interest in the won doing well over the next year. Keep that in mind. Now let's line these up kind of nicely. Boom. So as you can see, it tracks Bing. Right here. This is you. Now, what I just overlaid is symbol FXY, represented by the orange line, and it is a 3x leveraged ETF for the won. So if we are expecting a 35% gain in Japanese won, that means you could expect over the next year roughly 100% gain in this 3x leveraged derivative. Now I want to make sure, is it 3x or 2x? Like, I also wanted to make sure I overlay it like this, right, before I even go look at it. The reason I wanted to show it like this. See how the orange line tracks this perfectly? So even if you don't have price history for a derivative such as this, you still know that if the price history being used by the underlying, which is Japanese yen over US dollar, is what you're going to be using to track the underlying. So you could buy the leveraged ETF and never even look at the leveraged ETF because you're looking at this chart all day. The leveraged ETF may not have the prettiest chart, but that's normal for leveraged ETFs. So you're getting that free leverage in exchange for that very small nominal fee that we mentioned earlier. And yeah, so let's look at it. So this is the won ETF. So if you were just looking at this, you'd be like, what? It doesn't look the greatest. But we just demonstrated that it's literally just the actual won over USD. So buying, like, there is a support here. You don't see it in this chart, but you saw it in the chart we were just looking at. Just trying to make sure we're extremely clear there. Here's that 180 that we were talking about. How much do you think it is from here to there? Oh no. Okay, this one's not leveraged, unfortunately, but if you are living in the US and don't have access to currency conversion, you can use this one. I swear there is a leveraged one somewhere out here. It's okay, though. Leverage is for maybe more advanced traders, but Japanese yen, definitely something to look into, right? This is your representation. You're below average, you're above average. These are my two favorite currencies, the pound and the yen. Fuck the US dollar. We don't want it. We're climbing this mountain, and we're not going to be able to do it with it. So we need to get that out of here. That is why, for example, literally yesterday, letting everyone know, we are completely out of this US dollar position. We do not want it. It is going to go back to that $25 price point. It'll just take some time. See the flag here. See the flag here. Just be patient. Just be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen a week from now. It's not going to happen even 1 month from now. But give it time. 1 year. Expect it. So we covered Forex. We covered where we've been. Covered the US dollar. Is there one more thing? I think there's one more thing I want to cover. I showed you guys the what is that, dude? This is the Supreme Dunk, Nike Dunk collab from this past season. This is the Travis Scott Air Maxes that also released in the past couple months. There we got 450 Dark Slate. Ish, bro.